Obama's performance at the DNC convention was a virtuoso effort. I have to admire it, even though from a distance. To understand what's going on, we can almost think of two brothers, one of whom pinches the other and then yells out to the parents, "Hey, hey, hey, he pinched me." And that's Obama. He's the pincher, pretending to be the pinchee. And of course, at the beginning, everyone gets fooled. Oh, this poor kid, look what his brother did to him. That's how the parents react. That's how everyone reacts. That was 2008. But now, years later, we're sort of like the other kids in the family. We know exactly what's going on. We know who the sneaky rat is. And we know that the sneaky rat is doubly sneaky, not only because he perpetrates the offense, but then pretends to be the victim of it. So we saw all of this in spades in Obama's speech. The speech has a certain kind of pattern to it that's kind of worth thinking about. Obama kind of comes in and he always pretends to be sort of the cerebral, lofty introducer of themes. He's there at the museum, you know, well, here we are as Americans and we're kind of all trying to work this out.
I have sat in the Oval Office with both of the men who are running for president. I never expected that my successor would embrace my vision or continue my policies. I did hope, for the sake of our country, that Donald Trump might show some interest in taking the job seriously. That he might come to feel the weight of the office and discover some reverence for the democracy that had been placed in his care.
And the idea here is to sort of lull you into a sense that you're talking to a reasonable man. Stage 2 is where Obama really takes off. And here is where he gives ridiculously caricatured accounts of what his opponents believe, bearing no resemblance to what we, his opponents, actually think. So he'll say, well, of course, there's a reasonable debate to be had about, you know, how one should exercise one's vote. But those people want to stop the vote. They want to stop people from voting. This is laughable. Or with immigration. He'll say something, well, there's room for reasonable discussion about who should come to America, but those people are against immigrants. So this is Obama. He creates a false debate. And then stage 3, this is the part that's my favorite. He reappears as a kind of reasonable judge, adjudicating between the two camps. Now let's see, between the people who want to have a reasonable accommodation to immigrants and have humanitarian motives, and these evil people here who don't want immigrants at all, I think I'm going to have to go with the first group. So Obama then pompously pretends to be the outside party, fairly refereeing between these two camps, when of course one of the camps is completely made up. It's a camp that's ultimately created as a straw man just to knock it down. And then finally Obama takes a kind of ceremonial bow. Thanks to me, and me alone, for having resolved this difficult matter, and I now want all of you to go out and do exactly what I say. Now, again, this is calculated to send idiots into raptures. You know, Ryan Lizza on Twitter, oh, the best speech I've ever heard, Jennifer Rubin, I'm crying. So I don't know if these people are putting it on. They're sort of the paid crowd that's supposed to jump up and down and applaud, or if they're so dumb that they can't actually dissect what this cunning man is up to. That's Obama. The bad news for him is we now know the scheme.